Welcome back to Medicare 101. This video series is a series to help guide you through Medicare and how to enroll in Medicare and just some steps to take as you move forward on the path to Medicare. This video is called Two Paths. Once you have enrolled in your Part A and B, your original Medicare, there are two paths to supplement that coverage. So in this video, we're going to discuss those two paths for supplemental coverage on Medicare. Once you're enrolled in original Medicare, you may want to get extra coverage that will help reduce your out-of-pocket expenses that Parts A and B don't cover. In general, Parts A and B will only cover about 80% of medical care and you are responsible for the remaining 20%. What's more, there's no maximum limit to the expenses that you may be responsible for. Supplemental coverage is built to help reduce your expenses through things like copays, maximum out of pockets, deductibles, that sort of stuff. We do highly recommend getting some sort of supplemental coverage, but it is not required. The only requirement once you turn 65 is your Part A, B, and your Part D prescription drug coverage to avoid any penalties. You don't have to have supplemental coverage, but it is highly recommended. So let's talk about the two main paths. You generally have two main options to supplement your original Medicare. Those options are called Medicare Advantage. This is also known as Medicare Part C. Your other option is a Medicare Supplement plan, also known as Medigap. I'll briefly describe each option to you in this video. However, this video will not cover any specific plan or plan options, as those plans are numerous and varied and specific to your area. So, we highly recommend you speak with a Medicare professional in your area in order to help guide you to find which option is going to best suit your specific needs. So, let's talk about option one, Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage replaces your original Medicare coverage with a medical plan run by an insurance company. All Medicare Advantage plans have to, by law, cover everything that Part A and Part B cover, although most Medicare Advantage plans also cover more. Medicare Advantage plans tend to work more like traditional insurance, like what you would get through an employer or the Affordable Care Act marketplace. Each Medicare Advantage plan will have copays, percentages, deductibles, out of pocket maximums that you will be responsible for under the plan. The out of pocket maximum is a limit to how much you have to pay for medical expenses each year. This helps limit your costs if you have major medical needs. Medicare Advantage plans use a network of contracted doctors to provide care, and generally you must stay within the network. However, some Medicare Advantage plans do offer out of network benefits as well. Always talk with your Medicare professional to make sure that your doctors are in network for a Medicare Advantage plan. That's one of the biggest things that we see is you get on with a Medicare Advantage plan, and the agent unfortunately didn't check to make sure your doctors were in network and accepted it, and then you're stuck on a Medicare Advantage plan for a year that isn't working for you. So always make sure that your doctors are in network. Many Medicare Advantage plans include dental, vision, and prescription coverage as part of the plan. So you don't have to go out and find additional coverage for those things. There's many no or low cost options available under Medicare Advantage. They tend to be very little cost monthly for you. The flip side of that is you are going to pay when you go see a doctor, you're going to pay if you have surgery, you're going to pay set dollar amounts or a percentage up to your maximum out of pocket. Medicare Advantage plans can be an inexpensive way to supplement your original Medicare coverage. But just depending on your situation, that may not be the best option for you. So let's talk about option number two, Medicare supplements. These are known as Medigap plans. Medicare supplements pick up where original Medicare leaves off. So you still have your Part A and B. You still are covered under Part A and B. Medicare supplements don't replace Part A and B. They pick up where A and B leave off. Generally, you pay a monthly premium for a Medicare supplement. However, depending on which Medicare supplement you choose, you may not have to pay for covered medical expenses beyond what your original Medicare deductibles. So, a very comprehensive Medicare supplement will cover a majority of your medical expenses. So, generally, you're paying monthly and don't have to pay much out of pocket when you go see a doctor. With Medicare supplements, any doctor that accepts original Medicare is required to accept Medicare supplements. So you aren't restricted to a doctor network. If your doctor accepts Medicare, they accept your Medigap plan regardless. There are no network restrictions at all. So you can take a Medicare supplement plan and go to New York, you can go to California, and there are doctors, if they accept Medicare, they have to take your Medicare supplement. Medicare supplements do not include dental, vision, or prescription benefits. So if you want those, you will need to purchase those separately. For the prescription benefits, you need to get a prescription benefit plan. So let's break this down to the most simple way of understanding these two paths. Uh, Really, you have Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage, you pay little to no monthly premium, but you pay when you get medical care. With Medicare Supplement, you're going to pay a monthly premium, but you pay less out of pocket in medical expenses, depending on which plan you go with. There are some plans you may have to pay more, but they're lower monthly cost. I do hope this video has helped you understand these two paths a little bit better. This is a very simplified version of it. There's a lot more detail that goes into it, but we always recommend, and I cannot say it enough, find a Medicare professional to walk alongside you in this. If you don't have anybody in your local community that you can trust, please feel free to give us a call. We will try to find somebody to connect you with, or if we're licensed in your area, we're happy to help you any way we can.